everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we will be talking about more myths within the MLM world. And by more myths, I probably mean the exact same myths that we hear over and over said by different individuals claiming them to be myths, but yet we seem to view them as factual things that happen in MLMs because we have heard them happen, seen them happen, and like I like to say, maybe it doesn't happen in that individual specific MLM team. It does not mean that it is not happening in general. Now this video, our speaker is actually a man. I do not typically feature men on the channel. I would like to more, but the videos that I either find or videos that are sent to me are typically women who are in MLMs because the main demographic of MLMs are women. Those are usually the people who join MLMs, the people who are promoted to the most. When it comes to MLMs, they typically use terms like, would you like to be a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife? Would you like to retire your husband? You can do that within this MLM if you join. If you stay long enough, you can retire your husband. Terms like that obviously speak towards women a lot more than men. But I have featured some men here on the channel. I believe one of my first anti-MLM videos was a man who was in Plexus who talked a lot about pie. I do remember pie being featured a lot. And actually in Savvy, I do remember talking about a man who joined Savvy. And that video I remember being kind of uncomfortable about. It was the way he was speaking. I was not too much of a fan of. I will have both of those videos linked in the iCards up here if you have never seen those. I recommend seeing them, especially the Savvy one, if you want to feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure what MLM this guy is a part of, but he is, I assume, in the network marketing world. He could be a network marketing coach, which, you know, I have my own thoughts and feelings about people who claim to be a coach in the network marketing world, claim that they have all the tips, tricks, and secrets that you can't get anywhere else. But you could absolutely find out these things via YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, blogs. All of that can be found for free online. You do not need to pay some sort of fee to find out information that is spread all over the MLM world. They are just regurgitating the same information over and over again. Nobody has the secret sauce. The secret sauce to the MLM world is recruit as many people as you can and sell the product along the way. That's the secret sauce in order to be successful in MLMs. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. I have links to my Patreon, my channel members, my anti-MLM playlist, which has almost 200 videos at this point, my social medias, and an email that you can send content to that if you ever find it in the wild while on social media, you can send it over there. And with all of that said, let's get started.
All right, welcome to another episode of Thinking Out Loud. Today I want to talk about the 5 myths of multi-level marketing. And there's a lot out there. There's a lot of objections. So we're going to go through some of the most common 5 that are out there. Number 1 is it's a scam. Right? People will tell you, oh, that's a scam. That's one of those things. Oh, you're getting involved with that thing. And that is not the case. It is not a scam. So what they're thinking of is a long time ago, there were people that were actually asking people for money and there were no products exchanged. So if there's a business where the sole way of making money is by asking other people for money and not giving them products, that is a scam. Okay. In multi-level marketing, these legit companies are basically creating distribution channels in order to sell products. So each individual person that joins that multi-level marketing company is a distributor. They distribute products and set up other distributors. So a lot of the volume and sales comes from personal consumption, and then you get the products, you like the products, you tell other people about it, more money and more volume is generated and the paychecks continue to go up there. So another thing to look at in in a structure like that is like the insurance company, the insurance world is like that, right? If you sell insurance, you're building an agency, you're recruiting other agents to sell more insurance. They're just other distributors within that.
Okay, so you are saying it's not a scam because there are products, which is always their go-to. We can't be a scam, we can't be a pyramid scheme because we have products and we sell products. But when the main focus of your business structure is recruiting people, is getting more people involved in the business, and the way that you can rank up within this business is only from having people underneath you, from having a certain amount of sales underneath you, from having people rank up underneath you, therefore getting more people underneath you. Notice how I keep saying people underneath you. It's not just about selling the product. In order to make the most money when it comes to the MLM business structure, you have to have so many people underneath you. The main people who are at the top of MLMs, it is not due to them selling so much product. It is due to them having a massive, massive amount of downlines underneath them. So yes, they do have products and MLMs, but for me personally, that is just a loophole that they use to get around not being a pyramid scheme. That is just all it is. They use the product as like, look, we have products, that's why we can't be a pyramid scheme. But when you look at team calls, opportunity calls, things like that, the main focus in those calls are about getting more people below you, getting people involved in the business. They talk about how it is so amazing to be involved in this business and how you should bring other people along with you. They are not saying that, I mean, they will say the product has changed their lives and whatnot, but they will mainly focus on how happy they are that they have a team below them, how they have this team aspect, how they have never had support like this thanks to their team. The product is mentioned sometimes, but it's only usually mentioned as a way to be like, oh, we can't be a scam because we have products. That seems to be a way that they get around being a pyramid scheme. It's like, well, wait, we have products. It's like, well, weird how you didn't mention the products before. You were mentioning the team aspect, the recruiting aspect, all of that, but then when people start to question certain things, you're like, well, we have products. I don't know why you would think we're a scam. And it's like, because your top focus is the recruiting aspect of it. That's why people think you're a scam.
Myth number 2 here, you have to know a lot of people. Hey, you don't have to know a lot of people to build a solid network marketing business. It does take more people and more distributors to build a business.
Right. It does. In order to be one of the top ranking people, you have to know a lot of people. You have to have a pretty big surrounding around you in order to rank up. If you don't have a big social media following, if you don't have a huge family and friend support system, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to be successful within an MLM. It's already difficult in general to be successful with an MLM, even if you do have a lot of friends and family who are willing to buy from you and even join underneath you. But it's going to be even harder, like 50,000 times harder to do that if you are starting with no friends, no family, and no social media presence. It's going to be a lot harder. So you do kind of need to have people around you. You do kind of need to have a pretty big social bubble in order to be successful. And a lot of times they will say, you know, start with your 100, your list of 100 people that you know. In reality, most people don't know 100 people, but they will tell you, no, people know 100 people. So in your mind, you're like, oh, I must need to know 100 people in order to be successful, because they will tell you to create a list of 100 people. And when you say you don't know, they're like, no, you do. And it's like, okay, I don't, but I guess I'll try and find some people, so they'll gaslight you into saying that you know 100 people, when most people don't know 100 people. Maybe they do in general know 100 people, but they would not feel comfortable enough to try and sell to 100 people, let alone try and recruit 100 people.
But in the beginning, I mean, you don't have to have 10,000 friends. Everybody, if you looked at all your contacts, whether it's from school, from work, friends, family, whatever, if you were just to take note of doctors, dentists, people that you play sports with, whatever that is, any social clubs that you're in, you probably know a fair amount of people.
See? It's like, see, you know, your friends, family, the general people that you have to go to, like doctors, dentists, general people like that, that you could sell a product to. And it's like, I don't think people want to be sold to like that, especially an MLM product like that. It's like, yeah, you may know your dentist, you may know your local cashier, but that doesn't mean that you can try and recruit them.
Enough to get you started. But on top of that, you've got social media. So you've got Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all these other avenues where you can do attraction marketing. You can create videos like this one that people will watch and check out. And if you're highlighting products or maybe your opportunities,
I will agree that you can talk about certain things in the social media world, make YouTube videos, make Instagrams, make TikToks, but again, if nobody's watching them, or even if people are watching them, you're not making any money by doing that if people are not buying from you or joining underneath you. So yes, you can maybe get out there and get a few more eyes on you as a person, but if nobody's joining underneath you, you're not making any money.
and they're interested, they'll knock on your door and ask you, hey, what is it that you're doing? And that's another avenue where you can generate new distributors, create new volume, and make some new friends and help people change their lives. So you don't have to know a lot of people to get started.
So he just said the term and changed their lives. Not with the products, with, oh weird, probably the opportunity. And what does that lead back to? The whole scam aspect. When you focus on the opportunity, people are going to think it's a scam. When opportunity is everywhere in every single MLM, then it's not a real opportunity if opportunity is all around us.
You're going to meet people along the way, and you're going to tell them about the products. The other one is here, the people at the top make all the money.
If you're going to say that that's a lie, I can pull up a bunch of different income disclosure statements that show that the majority of money that is made is in the 1% to less than 1% of multiple MLMs across multiple MLMs in all of it, whatever I'm trying to say. If you're going to say that that is a myth, you are wrong. And if your rebuttal of that is going to be like, oh, well, money is different amounts of money is a huge win to anyone. Like $500 can change somebody's life. That's not what we're talking about. The majority of the money is made at the top with the people with the most downlines underneath them, not the most sales.
Geez, I've heard that several times. So, and the reason that that is out there so much is because at your job, the person at the top makes all the money. In network marketing, it's not like that, and that's why a lot of people jump into network marketing.
Really? It's not like that? Like, of course, yes. In traditional businesses, the CEO, the top people are going to make the most money, of course. But that's also in the MLM world. The CEOs, the actual CEOs, not everyone just claiming to be a CEO, the actual CEOs of MLMs are making the most money. And then second to that are the distributors who have been in the longest, got in at the beginning, and have the most amount of downlines underneath them. So how are you going to claim that that is a myth, that people at the top make the most money? Because we can look at that and see that that is true. That is a true thing with numbers that prove it.
Because in network marketing, you can out earn your sponsor, your upline, your support.
Right. I forgot about this. We talked about this in the last Top Bills video, is that they claim that it is a myth because you can outrank the person that recruited you. I don't know why that makes a difference, and that disproves that the people at the top make the most money. Unless they mean like your direct like person above you. Like, yeah, I guess you can make more money than that person, but that still doesn't mean that the people above them are not making more money and have been for a very long time. Like Beachbody or Body, whatever they want to call themselves, is a good example. They will show, you know, oh, here's our top 10 elite people. And if you look from year to year to year to year, pretty much the same people are in that rotation year after year after year. Maybe a couple drop off, but they're still near the top, and a couple will float in. But for the most part, the same people are at the top year after year after year. So you're going to claim that the people at the top are not making the most money when, again, there are ways to prove this. They do it in their own companies. They put out income disclosure statements that prove this. They say, look at our top 10 elite people who have been in the top for multiple years. You can be a part of this too, even though this top 10 rarely changes. This is one that is easily obvious that it is true. If you have eyes or ears or a brain, you can see that this is true. And I think this is such a hard one for them to claim as a myth, yet they do it over and over again, and they'll reword it in different ways and say like, well, you can outrank the person that recruited you, therefore this is a myth. It's a horrible, horrible way of saying that it's a myth when, okay, yeah, but the people at the top have been there for a long time and they're making all the money. They're in the 1% making most of the money. This seems to be the truth, not a myth.
Team, whatever they want to call that. So how so? How so, Matt? How can you out-earn the person above you? Well, the way this works is the person who sponsored you is your trainer, kind of your support team, your mentor in the business. They're teaching you and helping you grow your business. So for that, they get paid. We could call it a franchise fee to make it simple. So let's say they get 10% off your business. Well, if they sponsored you and you're the only person that they ever sponsored, you're getting 90%, they're getting 10%. Who's making more? You are. You're going to make more on your business than your sponsor is. Now, if your sponsor has, 1,000 other people just like you, he's making more money than you. But if you've got 5,000 people just like you and he's only got 1,000, you're making more money than him. So you can out-earn and pass up the people that are in your upline.
Notice how you are saying the whole people aspect of it, of how many people they have underneath them. So I will agree with him in this aspect, is that yes, you are right. If somebody recruits you, they have 1,000 people on their team, and then you have 5,000 people, you probably will be making more than the person who recruited you. But that person is still making money off of you. And notice how you are not talking about sales, you're just talking about how many people are below them in the business. Not how much they went out and hustled and sold the product and made a bunch of commission off the product. It's just how many people they have below them. Which is weird because in a pyramid scheme, it's mainly about recruitment. But of course, no, there's a product involved. So that's why MLMs are totally legit and legal. It has nothing to do with the fact that recruitment is the main aspect of it.
In your support team. So there's opportunity to grow, and that's what attracts a lot of people to network marketing. Number 4, that leads me into it's a pyramid. Oh my gosh, it's a pyramid.
I mean, wasn't that number 1? Wasn't that the first one you were talking? Well, I guess a scam, but I mean, scam and pyramid scheme goes together. But I guess you want to treat them as two different things. Okay.
Excuse me. Where?
Hold on. How much do we bet? How much do we want to bet that he's going to say that every business is a pyramid? Every business has the levels like that. I guarantee he's going to say that.
Where that fear comes from, that is a huge objection that we commonly get in the network marketing world. And if you can overcome that one and understand it, I think it'll be fine. But I challenge people to say, if you can draw out any hierarchy of a company with 3 employees or more that doesn't look like a pyramid, I'd like to take a look at it.
I mean, come on. It's so obvious that that's going to be the rebuttal. Someone once said it, and now it's just the obvious rebuttal. It's not about the shape of the company. Yes, every single company has a triangle-like structure, but it's all about where the money comes from, where the money's made, how the money is distributed. All of that.
So in most cases, if you draw out any company, you draw out the army, you draw out coaching, leadership, anything, it's going to be structured like a pyramid. You have the owner or the CEO, then he has, 3 direct reports, a VP, 2 VPs, maybe a director, then they have district managers or regional managers, district managers, store managers, et cetera, and that pyramid fans out. Now, the possibility of you at the bottom making more than the guy at the top is...
And that's the same thing with MLMs. Show me a single MLM where somebody was recruited in and they make more than the CEO of that MLM. Show me that person.
Never, because no matter how high you climb that corporate pyramid, the owner, unless it's like family, is likely never going to say, hey, here's the keys, you're now the owner, right? So,
but you're also not the owner in the MLM that you join. You're just the distributor, no matter your rank in the company.
That's another thing that attracts a lot of people to multi-level marketing.
So a lot of people join network marketing to become the owner. Weird. I guess that's a very competitive market if they're just changing owners every single day, because it's just so easy to just become the owner of that new MLM or of that MLM. That's amazing. Just, why? And it's like they act like every person that joins a company, that starts working for a business, wants to be the CEO. I don't think that's the case. I don't think majority of people that join jobs are like, damn, this job sucks because I can't be the CEO. I think they're like, wow, this job is great because I'm actually making money in it.
But, as far as saying it's a pyramid, sure, if we draw it out on a piece of paper, it's going to look like a pyramid. A pyramid is not a bad thing. How would you like to be on top of one and build a massive one, right? Absolutely. Let's build one. Number 5 is you have to be good at sales. So that's not true either. So
no, that's kind of true. It's definitely absolutely a benefit to joining this sort of thing. If you are not comfortable approaching people, if you are not comfortable selling something to someone, it's going to be a very hard business to be profitable in, to be good at. I mean, in general, MLMs are extremely hard to make profit in, but on top of the fact that you're not good at selling things, that is a huge part of it. We have seen so many people on this channel, so many different kinds of people. And when someone is clearly at the top and very good at speaking, very good at talking about things, you're like, yeah, I see why that person is where they are, versus somebody who is shy, who doesn't know a lot of people, who's uncomfortable speaking in front of the public or bringing up this sort of thing. It's going to be a lot harder for that person where selling does not come naturally for them versus somebody else where selling comes naturally for them. That's just how it is. Like, if you don't want to join a sales job, don't join an MLM. It is a sales job. That's what it is.
What you do have to do is you have to believe in the products that you're selling. So if
again, you can love something so much, but you can be awful at trying to promote it and sell it. I've said this so many times and you guys will agree, is like, I love things, I really like things, I like talking about things, but I would be horrendous at selling them. I can mention certain things in passing, and if someone buys it, great. If they don't, great. It doesn't affect me one way or the other, but like, I'm not good at selling. Like, here, let me grab Evie. All right, you guys, I bought this. I forget where I bought this, but it's awesome. And you should buy it because it's cute. And it changed my life. And I would love for you to join me. It's cute, right? Like, it'll change your life. You'll love it. Now, of course, some of you would be like, well, I mean, I do love Evie. I love plushies. And I would buy it just because I think it's cute. And I like you as a content creator. And if you had a link, I would go there and I would buy it. But I just did a horrible job of trying to sell it to you. Now, was I actually trying? No. But was I that far off of how I would actually try and sell it if I needed to? No.
If you're looking at a network marketing company, I believe it's extremely important for you to take a look at the products, make sure you believe in the products, so you believe in what you're selling, because people are going to see the belief in you. and it's going to make you talk about it more when you're passionate about the products. And a lot of the products in most multi-level marketing companies are just, they're fantastic. They're organic. They they put a lot of money, whether it's insurance products or travel or whatever. They negotiate very good deals, and they generally have very high-end products to separate themselves in the marketplace and put their distributors in a good position.
No, their products are, if anything, just more expensive than products that you can get at Amazon, Walmart, Target, the grocery store. It doesn't matter. Like, their products are not super crazy unique that you can't get anywhere else. They're usually overpriced so that they can compensate for how many distributors they have to pay out. But the quality and the product itself is no different or worse than comparable products out there. Like, if it was like a super unique, like never been done before product, maybe, but pretty much every single product that is in every MLM out there, you can get elsewhere for cheaper. You could probably, if you loved a certain MLM product, you could probably type in that product into Google and then say dupe, and a bunch of products will pop up that are much cheaper
To sell and grow a profitable home-based business. Again, I'd like to just look at, touch back on the pyramid thing there. So
Please.
if you were to open an insurance company and you want to recruit new agents, you're at a certain contract level. Those agents are going to come in at a contract level underneath you, and you will override those agents. So they're going to make it different. Now, that agent, though, can out-earn you if he produces more. Real estate's another one. Real estate's, your goal would be to become a broker, because then you can...
Okay, you are correct in these aspects, but when it comes to a pyramid scheme, nothing in the definition of a pyramid scheme says anything about how whatever you're in, as long as you are making more than the person who recruited you, don't worry, you're not in a pyramid scheme. That's not in the definition of a pyramid scheme. It has to do with recruiting and the way that people make money. So, like, if you were recruited, like, a good example is the military. The military, they do a lot of recruiting, but they get a base pay when they join the military. And so the main way of making money in these other companies is not just based off of recruiting. It's not based off of the commission of how many people you have below you. You usually get a base pay, or you also make commission off of other things. Like, and that's how you get your main source of money, is from outside sources, not from within the pyramid.
Bring on more real estate agents, and that broker is making money off of all the real estate agents that are underneath them. The difference is that those real estate agents cannot recruit more real estate agents underneath them unless they become a broker. So now what happens, if you're a broker, you got 5 good agents, they're doing awesome, but they want to go to the next level, they're going to have to become a broker, and then you lost your good agents. Same thing in some of the...
So you're saying that it's a bad thing because you can now no longer make money off that person because they want to leave and go do their own thing. Why are you mainly just talking about the recruitment aspect of it? I thought it's not a scam because you have products. Why are you not mentioning the products aspect of it? This is quite strange.
Private label insurance companies, if you're looking into insurance, I'm not in the insurance world, but there's some great companies in the multi-level marketing world. The difference is, you build from the bottom versus a State Farm or an Allstate or something like that, where you're...
Oh, a legitimate company? A real, respectable company? Cool.
Buying a book of business that's existing, but then you're limited in that capacity to only letting agents build within you. They're more employees. Whereas in a network marketing model, you actually have independent business owners that will, when you get some good front runners, are going to build a much larger business. So if you're looking for a home-based business, I've been in the network industry for a while, super fired up about what we're doing here, and we're growing. So if you're looking for an opportunity, and that's what brought you to this video, go to freestartup.net. So that's my website. Again, that's freestartup.net. There's a link below. Also, if this video...
Oh, look at his cute dog in the corner. Oh my goodness, what a handsome dog. Or a pretty girl, I don't know, but so cute.
Added any value whatsoever, please hit the like button, share it, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Bye, MLM man! At the end there, I was way more excited about the fact that he had an adorable dog. That dog was very cute, that I was so distracted, was not focused on what he was talking about one bit. So, I think, if I'm hearing him correctly, is that he is a network marketing coach, which is not surprising one bit because I feel like he would have maybe mentioned the MLM that he was a part of if he was a part of a certain MLM instead of just talking about the MLM myths in general. And notice how they talk about MLM myths in general, not like their specific company's myths. That would be an interesting to see if there is something like that. I'll try and do some research to see if like we can find like myths of Beachbody or myths of MONAT. But to be fair, they'll just match to the myths of MLM. Like, we're not a pyramid scheme because of XYZ. We're not a scam because we have products. So the main takeaway that I got from this video is that it can't be a scam because they have products, but yet then he delved mainly into the whole recruiting aspect and that being a positive thing, and never once really talked about products after that when it comes to the MLM world, and mainly talked about recruitment, which is the main issue that people have when it comes to the MLM world, and what kind of makes it seem like a scam is because the main focus is on recruitment. So in a myths video, he mainly focused on recruitment, but then wants to claim that it's not a scam. Or just a pyramid, because he didn't call it a scheme or a scam really, he just mainly called it a pyramid. Which I always find interesting, that they have just been calling it a pyramid lately and not a pyramid scheme. I don't know if there's something behind that, but there probably is, because maybe they don't want to have people look up the actual definition of a pyramid scheme. Alright you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!